guys! Today I put together a bunch of my rant videos into one big compilation. Grab some snacks, chill out, or just let this play in the background while you work, study, or clean your room. Alright, I'll stop talking now. Enjoy! So apparently, 2026 is about to be the most stacked year of all time. Like, bro, we are not even there yet, and it is already looking insane. We are getting GTA 6 in May, right before summer break. Every other game studio might as well cancel their plans because no one's dropping anything next to that monster. Then there is the World Cup, a brand new Spider-Man movie, Invincible Season 4, Dune Part 3, Avengers Doomsday, and even Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight. Like, how are we supposed to survive that lineup? It is like every studio in the world had a secret meeting and said, yeah, let's make 2026 the year everyone goes broke. And it is not just movies, it is everything. Games, shows, franchises we thought were dead are suddenly coming back stronger than ever. 2026 is not even a year anymore. It is a full-on cultural reset. It is basically 2016 remastered, except this time we have jobs, bills, and way too many pre-orders waiting to drain our bank accounts. So yeah, 2026 might just be the most expensive, chaotic, and unforgettable year of our lives, and I am not even mad about it. Subscribe for a cookie! So apparently, I'm still haunted by that one day I stuttered so bad in class, I might as well have spoken in ancient gibberish. It was just a normal day in physics class, nothing special, until my teacher asked me the easiest question ever. I knew the answer. I really did. But then the stutter demon instantly possessed me. My palms start sweating, my heart's beating so fast, and I go, because the object. And that's not even the worst part. I forced myself to keep going. I sounded like Crazy Dave from Plants vs. Zombies trying to give a TED Talk. Then the whole room just went silent. My teacher stared at me and said, I didn't understand a single word you just said. And then she just picked someone else, like I didn't just glitch in front of 30 people. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there sweating while my classmates are giggling, trying so hard not to laugh. I just wanted to vanish, just delete myself from reality. So yeah, shout out to everyone who's ever stuttered mid-sentence and immediately considered changing schools. Subscribe if you hate stuttering. So apparently, your birth month can actually say a lot about who you are, and some of these are freakishly accurate. If you were born in January, you are a natural leader. You love structure, hate wasting time, and probably have a color-coded to-do list sitting somewhere on your desk right now. And February babies? Creative daydreamers. You live in your head half the time. Not because you are lost, but because reality just feels too slow for your imagination. March people are loyal and chill, maybe a little too forgiving. You would give away your last snack and still apologize for it. April kids are pure chaos. You are impulsive, bold, and somehow always in the middle of something dramatic that was not even your fault. Born in May, you are confident, curious, and always asking why. You will question everything and somehow still get your way. June birthdays belong to the emotional masterminds. Fun to be around, but you know every piece of friend group drama by heart, and you are not even trying to. July people are protective, funny, and mysterious. Everyone thinks they know you, but they really don't. If you're an August baby, you are confident, competitive, and a little dramatic. Main character energy 24/7. September babies are perfectionists. You like your notes neat, your plans organized, and your whole life running like Google Calendar. October people are very good with people. You could walk into a room full of strangers and somehow walk out with 3 new best friends. November birthdays hit deep. You love hard or not at all. Loyal, intense, and maybe a little unpredictable. And if you are a December baby, you are the sunshine in human form. So apparently, a woman tried to pay for her groceries with a $1 million bill at Walmart. She filled her cart with food and electronics worth around $1,600, then calmly handed the cashier a bill with the Statue of Liberty on it. Like, bro, what did she think was gonna happen? The cashier's just gonna open the drawer and hand her $998,000 in change? Yeah, sure, ma'am. Would you like that in 50s or 100s? When the cashier questioned it, she doubled down, said it was real, and that her coin collector husband gave it to her. Meanwhile, the employees were quietly calling the cops while trying not to burst out laughing. The police showed up, and she still stuck with the story. She really thought she could buy a shopping cart full of stuff with Monopoly money. She was arrested on the spot. And the bill? Turns out it was a novelty souvenir. And seriously, why do all these weird things always happen at Walmart? Subscribe for a cookie! So, apparently, there's a lake in Tanzania that can literally turn you into stone. Yeah, like a real-life Medusa situation. It's called Lake Natron, and if you or any animal step into it, you are basically done for. The water's so alkaline and hot that it starts burning your skin and eyes almost immediately. And if that's not bad enough, the lake starts to dry you out. Every bit of moisture in your body just gone. Your muscles, your skin, everything starts to harden under the sun. Then the minerals in the water begin to coat your body like a layer of salt armor, and they just keep building up until you're not you anymore. You're a statue. And the creepy part? Scientists have actually found birds and animals completely preserved around the lake, frozen in mid-flight, mid-step, like they were caught in time. So yeah, it's not a myth. There's really a place on Earth that can mummify you without lifting a finger. Subscribe for a cookie! So apparently, a chicken once lived for over a year without a head. Yeah, over a year. In 1945, a farmer chopped this chicken's head off for dinner, but instead of dying,
it just got up
and started walking around like it forgot it was supposed to be dead. It tried to peck for food, stumbled a little, and just kept moving like it was running on pure muscle memory. Turns out, the axe missed most of its brainstem, so the body still worked, and instead of letting it die, the farmer was like, you know what?
I'm keeping it.
He even named it Mike and started feeding it milk and water through an eyedropper. People went crazy for it. Reporters showed up, crowds gathered, and Mike became a full-on celebrity. The farmer even took him on tour. A headless chicken on tour. Imagine paying to see that. But after 18 months of fame, Mike finally died, choked on his own mucus in the middle of the night. Still, that chicken survived longer than most people's New Year's resolutions. Subscribe for a cookie! So apparently your favorite video game actually says a lot about your personality. And some of these are way too accurate. If you are a Call of Duty player, you are competitive, confident, and definitely have trust issues. Because when your buddy says, one more match, you already know you are not sleeping tonight. If you are a Fortnite player, you are social, energetic, and probably too invested in new skins. You have not played ranked in months, but your locker looks like it needs financial aid. If you play GTA 5, you are bold, reckless, and absolutely allergic to traffic lights, even outside the game. If you love Elden Ring or Dark Souls, you have patience, persistence, and maybe a personal vendetta against anything labeled easy mode. If If you play League of Legends, you have seen things no one else should see. You queue up for pain, argue with strangers, then swear you're uninstalling right before playing another match. If you're into Roblox, you're unpredictable. You might be coding the next billion-dollar game, or role-playing as a cashier at 2 a.m. It's chaos every single time. And if you are a Minecraft player, you are peaceful, nostalgic, and weirdly good at turning boredom into art. You have built a castle, a secret base, and probably a working calculator for no reason. Everyone connects to games differently, but somehow, these patterns always fit a little too well. Thank you for 1,000 subs! Woohoo! So apparently, scientists might have just proven that parallel universes actually exist. And the wild part? It happened by accident. Researchers at CERN were smashing particles together at nearly the speed of light. But instead of exploding like usual, some of those particles just vanished, gone, completely out of our universe. When they checked the math, it pointed to something insane. Those particles might have slipped into a parallel dimension, meaning they still exist, just not here. Scientists now believe these particles could be jumping between universes, like flipping channels on a cosmic TV. And if particles can do that, then technically, so can information, or even consciousness. Some physicists even think that might explain déjà vu. You are not remembering something from your past. You are remembering something your other self already did, in another universe. Right now, there could be versions of you making totally different choices. One where you are rich, one where you moved away, one where you never clicked this video. And the craziest part? They are all equally real. The multiverse is not just a Marvel idea anymore. It is quantum physics, and we might have just peeked behind the curtain. Subscribe for a cookie!
Look at this.
So apparently video games might actually be good for your brain. You know how parents always said, stop playing and focus on your studies. Every kid grew up hearing that. But what if they were all wrong? There's a growing theory that video games don't rot your brain. They sharpen it. I came across a TED Talk where researchers showed something pretty wild. They discovered that people who play fast-paced games, especially first-person shooters, develop quicker reflexes, better awareness, and stronger problem-solving skills than non-gamers. In one study, a group of college students took a cognitive test, then split into two teams. One group played Portal 2 for 8 hours. The other did academic exercises for the same amount of time. When they retook the test, the gamers improved their scores nearly 80% more than the group that studied. And it does not end there. Another experiment compared an untrained gamer to a real US military pilot inside a drone simulator. The result was shocking. The gamer performed just as well as the pilot. So maybe video games were never the distraction. Maybe they were the training all along. Subscribe for a cookie! Why are morning bus rides always way more chaotic than they have any right to be? It's 7 a.m. Everyone's half asleep, but the bus is already a mental asylum. You walk on thinking it's gonna be quiet. Nope. First thing you see is some kid arguing with the driver because he tried to bring his
Solar-powered microwave on board.
Another kid's blasting music with his JBL speaker on with full volume that would make your
Ears bleed.
Then, for no reason at all, someone else decides now's the perfect time to start spraying
Axe body spray.
until the bus smells like
Expired fruit.
and the bus driver completely unfazed, just staring straight ahead, driving like World War III is not happening behind his back. Meanwhile, kids are standing on the seats, yelling out the window, and one dude's trying to pull out his
Exotic lizard pet.
out of his backpack, impressing the girls. You finally sit down and instantly regret it. The seat feels sticky, there's gum welded to the window, and the person next to you is chewing his chips so loud,
You can't even hear the engine anymore.
by the time we pull up to school, I'm not tired from classes. I'm drained from just surviving that rolling madhouse. And the worst part, I know I'll have to do it all again tomorrow. Subscribe for a cookie! So apparently you're not supposed to kill an ant when you see them in your house. I know, that sounds wrong, because that's literally what everyone does. You see an ant, you squish it, problem solved, right? But apparently that's the worst thing you can do. When you kill one, it releases this chemical called a pheromone. And that pheromone basically screams to every nearby ant, one of us died here. And instead of avoiding the area, the rest of the colony rushes over like, oh no, Jerry's down. They actually send worker ants to recover the body and take it back to their nest, like a tiny ant funeral. So when you kill one, you're not fixing the problem. You're literally calling for backup. Scientists even found that ants don't just collect their dead, they bury them. They've got little organized graveyards inside their colonies. So next time you see an ant on your kitchen counter, maybe think twice before you crush it, because you're not ending the invasion, you're just starting the funeral. Subscribe for a cookie! Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Till next time, peace out.